The cars are ready, the drivers are ready. We hope you're ready as qualifying is about to begin here in Bahrain. Before the cars take to the track to start qualifying, who are you expecting to have a good session today?
Well, I certainly think Sebastian will be strong here. He really loves this circuit, and as long as he has the car performance, you can expect him to be right up there challenging for pole.
What is up, guys? JayFerGaming here, and welcome back to my F1 2015 career mode as Pastor Maldonado. So we're in Bahrain for round 4 of this season, and I hope you guys are really enjoying this season. It's been fantastic so far in my opinion, and I think it's set to continue. It's well, we're here for the night race in the desert, and Bahrain usually isn't one of my stronger tracks. I've been improving over time, but as you can see here, there hasn't been a marker time really set down. We're currently in P5. I think a few of the slower cars are putting laps so far, but we're doing well so far. We've gone purple in Sector 2, as you might have seen there on the minimap. So coming through the final corner and towards the finishing line, what type of time are we going to get and what position are we going to end up in? Coming to the line, it's P1. That's a great time.
Mighty qualifying performance from Mercedes today, with both cars on the front row for the race tomorrow.
Well, both these drivers have been working hard with the team to ensure they get maximum performance out of the car, and it looks like they've found the right combination, at least in qualifying trim. Now, we need to see how they get on in the race.
Hello and welcome from the Bahrain International Circuit here in Sakhir, where the drivers are down on the grid, going through the last checks with their engineers before we can get underway. It was a blistering lap time from Lewis Hamilton in qualifying yesterday. If he gets a clean start away from the grid today, he might be untouchable.
Anything can happen on race day. A poor start, a mechanical issue, the weather being unpredictable, or just the fact another driver has a better performance. So whilst he's definitely hoping for the race win, he knows his name isn't written on the trophy just yet.
Nico won the last race with a performance that Toto Wolff called a drive of true class. He seems really at home in this Mercedes team, and it's from that platform that he's able to put in these great performances.
Nico certainly had the edge over Lewis last time out, and he'll want to put one over on his teammate again today. Don't underestimate the mind games that are going on between these pair as they battle it out for supremacy.
How the hell did I get myself third on the grid? One of my weakest tracks as well, and then I put in a lap like that. I thought it'd be a decent lap, maybe top 10. I didn't expect third on the grid, so great performance there. And we're just behind the two Mercedes, so it's going to be interesting to see what we can actually do from here. Hopefully not drop too far down the field. So on the grid, just behind the Mercedes, the 5 lights are up, and away we go! We've got a pretty awful getaway. We slid across the track there. We're getting swamped by a Ferrari and Williams, and probably by another Williams and Ferrari. And we're going to try and take that position back from Bottas up the inside. We've already lost at least 2. And I think we've snapped that up back from Valtteri. There's a bit of contact ahead between Massa and Vettel. They're battling hard. I've got a Ferrari and Williams challenging me from behind. I'd be amazed if I can keep them behind for a long time, because obviously the Ferraris and Williams are quite a bit faster than this Lotus. But 5th place, lost a couple of positions, but it's not too bad overall. And yeah, definitely take this. I'd take 10 points at this point, but there's a long way to go and a lot of hard racing to go through. So at the end of lap 1, need to go into rich mix and defend, because Bottas is on the attack. And it seems like he's got pretty good straight line speed, or pretty similar to mine actually, as the 2 cars ahead carry on battling side by side. We've kept Bottas behind for now, but I don't get great traction out of turn 2 there. Let's see if he can attack us again. He's on the attack once again, so I've got to defend once again. Is he ahead this time? I brake slightly later. The 2 cars ahead are still side by side. More contact. And Bottas and Raikkonen look like they're side by side as well, so bit of an epic battle this season between Williams and Ferrari, and here is the battle between Massa and Vettel. Don't look at the Mercedes, because they're nothing to do with this. They are side by side for nearly half of a lap. It's amazing driving by the AI. They've improved so much. So Vettel's on the inside, but can Massa go around the outside? Vettel's got the inside now after more contact. Inside line, Vettel's still hanging it in there. But Massa should get the inside once again, and then Vettel will get the inside once again. It keeps changing. It'll be important into this. Is it turn 7? Turn 9. I can't remember, but this is the trickiest corner on the track. Vettel's gone off, he's lost it, and he's maintained the position. So he went off the track to maintain the position, as you can see here. I don't know, that's a bit of a tight call in my opinion. If the right, like actual stewards, then I think he'd be giving the position back. And talking about giving positions back, Raikkonen's just snatched that one off me and probably should give it back to me if he wants to be a bit kind. But no, he's on the attack. Massa's dropped back from Vettel and is now battling with Raikkonen. Bottas has got a much better exit there out of turn 2 and 3. And it's a pretty easy move, or is it? I'm going to try and hang around the outside. We've gone in far too deep. We're nearly off the track and Bottas swipes across us like an angry Finnish man that he isn't. But if you look at the mini-map, we do have a bit of a gap to the cars behind, as Ericsson is really causing a train. And here's the move of Bottas attacking Massa. Now this was after Bottas obviously overtook me. The two Williams battle for like half a lap as well. Massa is involved once again. He must love this wheel-to-wheel racing. Making contact, the hand of dissatisfaction coming up there from Massa. So who's going to win this battle? Massa lost against Vettel. Let's see what he can do here. Bottas has the inside, more contact. They really are not bothered. There's obviously no team orders, but side-by-side action, it's brilliant. I wish I was involved in it, but I just don't have the pace of these cars. Bottas looks like he might have it. Is Massa going to hang around the outside? He does again, but he's got the inside now for this corner. He should have it now. Yes, he does. He is locking up, but he's got the move done. Great defensive drive there, and there's me taking out the bollard just behind. And now I'm on my own. I'm going to pit at the end of this lap. I think most other cars are going on the options, I'm going on the primes, but you can see the understeer here as I just go clean off the track. But Ericsson behind is holding up everyone. He's got a huge train and he's holding up the likes of Ricciardo and a few others. But coming to the pits for the prime tyres, there's quite a few cars in the pits. Oh no, we're getting held up. This is awful. There's two Saubers in the pits at the same time. What the hell is going on there? Well, that's kind of wrecked NASA's race just a little bit. And yeah, we lost the position to Ricciardo in that sequence. Who's that going past? Someone who hasn't pitted. It's a Manor. I swear, if that's Stevens once again, then me and him are going to fall out. But yeah, I've dropped a position to Ricciardo here. I'm struggling on these cold prime tyres. And yes, it was Stevens, of course. 3 races in a row. And I'm going to have to overtake him. I've got Verstappen right on my tail. Stevens obviously on older tyres. Up the inside, we've got the move done. But no, I have not. Stevens fights back. That's what an Essex lad is like for you. Always trying to fight back. But he gives up in the end, and I'm back up to 8th. And he's dropping down the field. And here is a very interesting move. I'm struggling a little bit on these primes, but Verstappen on the options. Look at this move right here. Didn't expect it, and Barge just punts me off the track. That is never a clean move. Oh, really? I just got a warning for that. I am obviously the victim in this. Look. Yes, he has the inside, but he barged me off the track and gives me the hand as well. The ultimate insult. But yeah, after that, Verstappen pulled out a couple of seconds. He was on the faster tyres. But look at this very interesting moment. What the hell is going on ahead? It's Stevens. Stevens and Verstappen. So Stevens has been lapped and was just in the middle of the track. And now Grosjean's closing in on both of us. I just avoided Stevens. And Grosjean's on the attack. Can he get it? I'm defending from him. Trying to get Verstappen at the same time. Going up the inside. He's left me a lot of room. What? A legal overtake on Grosjean. Grosjean hasn't been ahead of me since Malaysia. That's all I can say. That's absolute crap right there. So Stevens has a puncture. Verstappen just barges him off the track, and look how close it was between us. It's like a meter, something like that. Look how close this is. Quick reactions just to avoid him. That was very lucky indeed. But that illegal overtake on Grosjean, that's a load of crap right there. Hey. But on lap 20 now, I am getting attacked here by Massa, who has made his final pit stop. I learned from the Verstappen incident, And it looks like Massa was taking too much speed into that corner and probably would have barred me off the track, so I pretty much let him past. I'm not really racing him at the moment. It's pretty much a battle between myself and Ricardo for 7th place. So we're getting the options on, hoping for a better stop. 2.5, good job from the Lotus guys, coming out the pits. And there is Grosjean just ahead of me, but he is on the prime tyres. So this should be relatively easy to catch up to him, I'd imagine. And I eventually do. I think it's at the end of this lap. Yes, it is. Got much more grip, much more speed. And look, I'm that close to him. It's going to be such an easy overtake. DRS aided, of course, on the start-finish straight. He's sparking me just to try and psych me out, you know. But it doesn't work. It looks amazing, but it's all good. I'm past and up into 8th. And now to try and take 7th place from Ricardo, who's pretty much been gifted it because of my slow first pit stop. Let's see what the gap is. As Grosjean's coming back at me, trying to go up the inside, so I've got to take a slightly wider line because I can't turn in on him and spin him out because he is my teammate. For anyone else, I wouldn't give a damn. So what's the gap? We didn't get to see the gap there. So coming onto the final lap, the gap was 5 seconds. I just didn't have enough to catch up. But we have a slight problem, as you will hear right now. Well, I seem to have made a miscalculation as we have run out of fuel. So this is going to be a very long last lap, and I'm going to speed it up for you because not a lot happens. It's just me driving around really slowly, and I've got Grosjean closing in on me, potentially taking my 8th place, and I'm really upset right now. Hamilton's won the race as well. Grosjean's closing in. We're coming to the final corner, and he's got me. Absolutely gutted. I could get him back here. I'm closing in, but no, won't have any traction because of the lack of fuel. Naz's quite far behind, so he won't be taking these 2 points off me. It's a disappointment. It's 9th place, but we suddenly pick up speed as we cross the finish line. That's legit, isn't it?
A great drive from the world champion Lewis Hamilton. On days like today, he's just unbeatable in that Mercedes.
They have been working really hard, and today they got their reward. Superb work from both the team and its driver.
After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
So there we go, that was the Bahrain Grand Prix. Button got a penalty there, so did someone else. Be interesting to see what for. Ignoring yellow flags. Ericsson, who was holding everyone up early on. There's Stevens, a warning for the collision with Verstappen. Verstappen punted him off for having a puncture. But looking at the driver's standings, Hamilton is 14 points ahead of Rosberg. The battle for 3rd looks like it's heating up as well. I have lost a position to Bottas, which is pretty expected, down to 9th. 1 point behind Nasser, so I think we could have a battle going on. But what's a realistic position to aim for? 7th maybe? Behind the Mercedes, Ferrari and Williams. It'll be a tough ask, but it'll be a good one. So there's the constructors. Have a look at that if you like. But so that's been the Bahrain Grand Prix. Please leave a like if you enjoyed that race. Subscribe for future videos to do with F1 2015. And I'll catch you in the next race in España.